Hello everyone, and welcome to today's RSL Active Round 4 in Riverton. If you're new, a big welcome, some new faces here. If you're returning, a very big welcome to you. It's great to see your lovely faces. And for our online viewers doing the on-demand feedback, big shout out to you. Post-event. Oh, hold on a second, we'll do this here. Okay, everyone's going to say hello to you. Say hello, everyone. All right, okay, so you're in the virtual classroom and I'll edit that out afterwards. It's all in good fun. So if you've not met me, my name's Andy, and I'm one of the facilitators for RSL Active's yoga. So if you've not done a session with me before as well, it's a bit more start-stop. So what I like to do is be able to, over the last few weeks, is been teaching you different moves or staged moves, so then that way we know what modifications that you'll need personally for going into the flows, which we'll try and start to do next week. But this week we'll build on last week's one, bit of start, stop, and then we'll just do a couple of different variations to be able to, we all have different ailments. So with that in mind is trying to make sure that everyone gets some benefit out of the training. So if you find yourself in pain, please back off. We don't want you to injure yourself. Discomfort's good, and so being able to breathe into discomfort is one of the things for us to be able to challenge ourselves, but not into pain, because if we're challenging ourselves with stuff that we haven't done before, we're firing up our brain and connecting brain, breath and body to be able to create some new neural pathways or invigorate some old ones that might have gone a little bit dormant. As well, we'll hook into some stuff there that may also help out if you have slips, trips or falls in whatever other ways, just building that strength to get up from the ground. Okay, so let's start off. We're all in a standing position. So, and sorry, if you need to stop as well, I almost forgot. If you need to stop, have a drink or feel lost, pause, take a breath, and then come and join us for the next bit. So everything else here is by choice. You don't have to do every single move if you feel that you're not up for that specific one. It's how your body feels today. It might be different from last week and it would be different next week. All right, so let's hook in. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna jiggle around a little bit. Let's loosen off. And then without sort of being too mindful of what the breath is, let's just take a big breath in through the nose or through the mouth. And then just let that go. All right, shoulders nice and loose. We might be letting go of our belly, letting go of our jaw. Let's go again, inhaling. Now this time, let's just maybe reach and rotate our hands out as we're coming in with our breath, inhaling. Like I've said in the last few weeks, it's trying to, our lungs are one of the most important things that we've got, and we're going to be giving them a good stretch at the moment. So let's go again, inhaling, letting go, loose. And for this next one, it's like the 3-part breath. So from here, part 1 is low. Our middle section is the mid, and you should, I want you to take notice to see if your ribs are starting to come apart as we come in. And then the top bit. When we get to the top is taking 2 extra sips. I'll guide you through it, and then we're just going to release as a balloon. So with me, let's look at our feet. All right, fantastic. Maybe lean backwards and forwards a little bit in Tadasana or mountain pose. From here with the hands, inhaling, raising them up, 3-part breath, and then 2 extra sips. Loosen the shoulders, 1 more, and then, so with the little sips, between each one is just to relax the shoulders a bit, and you'll find that your chest sort of opens up a little bit more. Well, let's see if you notice that. With a couple more, inhaling, 2, 3 to the top, sip, sip, reach, and then, fantastic work here. Let's see if we can get a big yawn out for the next one. Inhaling, reach, reach, open the mouth. All right, 1 more time, inhaling. Sip, sip, and We're going to shape this. This one's a little bit different. We're incorporating some more twists into here now. So from here, inhaling. And then exhaling, turning to your right. Your left, my right. Yeah. And then arms out. Sorry, I'm trying to mirror. All right. And then inhaling. Back up and then down. As we sort of reach down slowly to start off with. And then grow to a halfway lift. Inhaling, placing our hands on our thighs or our shins, straightening our back, looking straight down to the floor, straight back. Exhaling, deflating like a balloon. And then one vertebrae at a time. We're going to inhale slowly. Coming in to the top, rolling the shoulders back, hands out, scooping the air up, and loosening down. We're going to do that now by turning to your right and my left. So inhaling again. 2 sips. Sip. And then exhaling. Hands out in a T as we rotate our body. Inhaling again. And we're going to do a forward fold, hinging at the hips as we exhaling, leading with our breath. Last thing to go is our head. All right, you might touch the ground or you might use a block, belly on thighs here, so it's okay to bend your knees. All right, so you may feel that stretch in the lower back. And then inhaling to halfway lift. All right, we're growing, straightening the legs, exhaling. 2 more like this. Inhaling, exhaling, and then growing tall again, stacking our spine up. As we grow tall, it's coming to springtime now. Hands are coming up, flowers are coming out, and down. All right, so that's how the plants are growing. So let's grow like that. Inhaling. 2 extra sips. Relax. 1 more. And then exhaling, turning to your left, my right. Looking over your hand if you want, if that's in your practice today. Right, looking over shoulder, inhaling. Coming back down and then folding, hinging at the hips, bending your knees, belly to thighs, hands meet mat or block. Now I want you just to do a couple of yes and no's with your head. Right? That'll let you know whether we're releasing the grip on our head and also your belly. Maybe you might be noticing that your lower back's stretching a little bit more. So let's grow twice to the halfway lift. Inhaling. All right, bookshelf style, and then exhaling. 1 more time, inhaling. You may feel the stretch in your back, your legs, the back of your legs as you exhaling. Straighten the legs, growing again. 1 vertebrae at a time, coming up, springs out, wildflowers are out. I noticed them in Geraldton the other week, and then exhaling down. Right, lots of colours. I don't know if you're into that, but you know, when I was driving, there was fields of yellow, fields of purple starting to come out. You got some white ones just north of Geraldton, or that southern bit as you come by. Whew, between there and Dongara, lots of fields. All right, anyway, inhaling, going tall, 2 more sips, 1 more, and then to your right and my left, hands out into a T. You may look at your rear hand if that works for you. Inhaling. And then coming down again. Halfway lift, inhaling to our bookshelf, straightening the legs, straightening the back. Exhaling, bending the knees, loosening the head. Inhaling 1 more time. Halfway lift, down. Shake your head, loosen the grip on your belly. Fellas, you don't need to tuck it in, it's all right. Inhaling. Now as we stack our vertebrae 1 at a time. Coming to the top, extended mountain pose, hands down the center line, Tadasana. Fantastic work. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is pick up our your right foot, my left foot, and then place that. We're going to pick it up and place it in front, and we're going to cross our legs. You may bend your knees a little bit, if that works for you, right? It's a bit of a balancing act. Right, from here, right, if you need to have the chair, that's all right. All right, this is a little bit of a balancing act, right? So from here is inhaling. Now we're going to be leaning towards the side where our front foot is. So where the hip is, if our front foot is, we'll be leaning to that side where our front foot is, right, and feeling a side stretch. All right, feeling the side stretch. This is like a standing banana pose where we stretch all of our side and then starting to come down to our IT band, right, where you might feel some sciatica or you might feel your ribs come in, and then inhaling and then hands down. Okay, legs apart. All right, inhale. Let's now change legs. Fantastic work. See which side's a little bit different, right? And then we're just poking the hip out to the side where the legs come across, inhaling. And then banana. Reaching over. What we're doing is just looking to stretch our side, so you don't need to bend over right like a banana. You might just slightly lean over and then push your hip out a little bit more. 2 breaths here. 1 more. Or inhaling and coming out. And then yes, that's a great way as well. So if you feel like you need to, as a modification, is just actually bending the knee that's not going to be doing it, and you're standing at the shops like this, you know, all right, like this, you know, a bit bored, or you like the council workers pose, right, like this, there with the pole. Okay, so sorry, council workers, I'm not giving you. All right, so traffic control. I'm only joking. All right, so from here, let's do. We'll move our left foot again, or your right foot. Okay, that's going to cross over the front of your left foot. So from here, inhaling, maybe squeeze your butt a little bit. It might help with this balance, and then exhaling, leaning over. Fantastic. 2 breaths here. And then notice to see if you could feel your ribs expanding. Inhaling, back to the top, and then hands down as we come in, as we're going to do a transition over again. Right, so it's your left foot, my right foot. Inhaling, hands up to touch, and then exhaling, bending the other way. Fantastic work. 2 breaths here. Inhaling, and then down. All right, this one's a little bit different. Now we're going to be going into some balance series straight off the bat. All right, so from here, coming into chair pose. Have we done chair pose yet? Yeah, we did last time. Okay, so what we'll be doing is, if you need a chair as well to give you a bit of a guide, I'll show you straight up from here, is we're starting in our mountain pose. And then from here, hands, is we're just going to push our butt back, right, like we're sitting down, and we're tucking our tail. So we're not going to be doing the duck, right? We're tucking our tail and just pushing the butt back, and then just reaching forward. We don't need to reach all the way up. We're just reaching forward and keeping our gaze to our hands, belly in. That's what we're doing. If we're looking at the chair, fantastic work, everyone. That's looking good. If we're doing the chair, that's our marker to say that's how low we're going to go. So from here, if we're wanting to use the chair as the marker, okay, that's pretty low, right? That's quite a lot. But maybe we won't go to the chair all the way. But yes, fantastic work. So I'm just going to guide you through so I could see what everyone's form's like. So inhale to grow, tall, and then exhaling, we're coming down. Yes. Butt back, yes, your knees are tracking over your feet. So if you have a look down at your feet, and then chest is looking up. There we go. Chest is looking up at our hands. All right, we're receiving something, just like Tom Cruise was giving the torch to someone. Right, and then inhaling here, and then exhaling, we're going to bend from our hips. Our belly might come to our thighs, and then our head's going to come in. This is a bit different. Now from here, we're going to go into a balance. So our left foot's going to plant and our right foot's going to raise. So inhaling, as we come up, we're going to put our weight onto our left foot or your right foot. And then we're going to pick our foot up and balance, pull your toes up. 2, 3, and then down. All right, so chair pose. And then we're going to come up to our stork pose. That's where we are, this time for the opposite side, which will be your right foot and my left foot. Okay, inhaling. Exhaling to sit into chair. So from here you might want to try and see where, just have a bit of a feel to see where your tailbone is. Looking at the hands, chest is looking up. We're receiving something. And then 2 breaths here. Chair pose is a difficult pose to hold. Inhaling and then exhaling as we do a forward fold, belly to thighs, hands might meet. Let's just loosen our heads to get rid of any gripping. Opposite foot to last time as we breathe in. We're going to start lightening that foot that we're raising it up as we raise our hands. All right, 2, 3, and then down. Fantastic work. Okay, so excellent work, everyone. You do not need to put your foot all the way up here. If this is where you're at, that's amazing, right? So some hips and knees. If you're feeling that you're loading, what we're aiming to do is to notice when we actually put the weight onto that foot, as we're growing higher, we're pushing through our heel, not the toe, because that's where the muscle is, right down through our leg. And then coming up here, this might be right for you, or this might be all right for you, or this might be all right for you. Okay, so it's all good to be able to see what works best for you today. And the idea is, as we're growing, is we're putting that weight onto the foot and noticing each side with balance. All right, so let's go. I'll go this way again. All right, so we're having a look. Mountain pose, looking at our feet again. So our feet parallel, raising our toes, maybe coming backwards and forwards to feel our feet on the ground. Fantastic. Shoulders back, and we can just have them relaxed without pushing them back too much. Inhaling, raise our hands up. They don't need to go all the way up. We're looking at the hands. And then exhaling, butt back. Chest out. There we go. Boom. 2 breaths here. Fantastic work, everyone. One more. And then inhale to set before we move, and then exhaling as we hinge from our hips, belly to thighs, hands meet mat. And then you might want to come up now to a halfway lift. Exhaling. Okay, we're lifting your right foot, my left foot, or was that the opposite to last time? That's all right, yep. So from here, we're breathing in, loading that leg that's planting down, then we're lifting up. Now we're reaching up. You might look at your hands, you might look at the distance, right, to keep balance. 2, 3, and then down. Fantastic. Now to add to this, which also might help, there's 2 things. One is pulling your foot back when we raise it. And the other one, in yoga terms, is called dristi, or your focal point. So focus, instead of being seasick, right, if you've gotten this or been under cruising, is you look somewhere in the distance to be able to concentrate on that point. So then when we're in the balance, it's actually to see something to take our mind off the actual balance, right? So that's the dristi and the focal point. Now with that one there, fantastic. Pull the toes back. That'll help you as well with that. So let's do this one more time each leg. This one, the next one's our right leg that's going, or the other side that you're gonna do. Sorry, I am trying to mirror, so I'm teaching my brain new things as well. So from here, hands out, mountain pose, inhaling to grow, look at the hands, and then exhaling, pushing our tailbone back, sitting down. You'll feel the weight, right? Let's just maybe try something different. Maybe lift your toes up, the one side of the foot. Exhaling, down. Keep chest up. Other foot, down. I love the creaks. That's what I'm getting to. One more time each one. And then exhaling, breathe each time. One more. And then let's just now forward fold, the relief. There we go. Maybe notice your lower back stretching a little bit. Okay, let's grow up to a bookshelf. Halfway lift and then down. Okay, it's the other foot that's coming up now. Inhaling as we load the foot, raising the hands, raising the leg. Okay, we're going to give it a go. Yes, you're feeling that. 3, 2, 1, and then down. Fantastic. Let's just shake it out. All right, that's it for our balancing series today. Actually, let's do one more. Okay, you might have, I call it the resetting the gyroscope. Isn't quite a yogish move, but it is a good one to be able to help us with our balance. Again, what we'll be doing is we're hands out in a T. We're going to be rotating, all right? So if you, excellent, is okay. We're creating a little bit of heat in the room now, so we're going to turn into fans and cool it down. And we're going to turn around to our right. So inhaling, as we turn around, taking little steps, facing the back of the room, as we exhaling now to the front. All right, okay, excellent work. So we're going to do this 3 times. Ready? Inhaling, lead with the breath. As we reach the back of the room, now we start to exhaling. 1, 2, one more. Feeling a little bit dizzy? All right. Take it slow. 3, Hands down, give it a quick shake. Now we're going to do this the other way. Inhaling, hands go up, and we're going to rotate the other way. All right, resetting our internal gyroscope. For when you've got the grandkids, I'm assuming it'll be all the grandkids if you've got any, and they want you to spin them around. This will help. All right, that's one more. Okay, we could spin around one more time quickly. There we go, there we go. Hands down, head's boggling a little bit, and we're going to do this with the foot raised. Okay, from here again, what we'll be doing is we'll all lead with the same foot this time, which is your right foot, the one. So what we'll do is just come out from here, and we're going to lead, and then we're going to open up, and then come down. So 4 rotations. So I'll show you first, so we could all see. If there's a need, we can just rotate around slowly, just to be able to get that weight on it. So from here is lifting the foot up, or up. Then we lead with our thigh, so opening up the hips, foot down, and then stepping around, okay? And then our hands, like we did before with our turn, that's how we're going, so that's leading it. Okay? Fantastic. All right, let's start. Right foot's the one that raises. Inhaling, up, rotate, down, hands down. Fantastic. Don't forget to breathe, everyone. Inhaling up, exhaling, rotate, hands come down. 2 more. Inhaling, leg goes up, rotate, come down. All right, it's just like you're getting out of the car. Right, so inhaling, leg goes out. There we go. All right, some of you have got 4-wheel drives. You might want to be able to get in and out of the car like that. That'll help out with the lift. All right, let's change around the other way. Inhaling, or if you're into your kickboxing, that's like a check, you know. So anyway, all right, so from here, inhaling, leading with the foot, rotating around. All right, so what I want you to notice is your hip opening up. That's this hip opening with the ballings. Inhaling, exhaling. All right, inhaling, exhaling. Fantastic work. Last one. Inhaling, exhaling. Woo! Excellent work, everyone. All right, fantastic. You grab a drink, and then also if you could grab your chairs, we'll do a sun salutation so that everyone is in the same boat. All right. Okay, so what I'll get you to do again, like last week, is instead of on the side, we'll stagger them so that we'll have the chair bit facing you, and then the other one will be, whoops, there. Fantastic. So you'll be facing me. Great. This will help out. Yes. Fantastic. Yes. Other way. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. Oh, yeah. So yeah, if you could bring the chair around, facing the back to you. Amazing.
You always get one.
You always get. I'll put it in front of you. Put it in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You always get one.
Yes. So from here, what we'll be doing is you'll need the chair, right? So yep, excellent. So from here, I'll give a demonstration. So if you've not seen it before, and this is just building on being able to, so that we could flow through the whole thing. So from here, I'll give the demonstration first. Is hands up like we've been doing. Exhaling to forward fold. Right. This seems fast. We'll slow it down, and then inhaling, we could come up to halfway lift. From here, what we do is we then put our hands down, and then our legs back into our plank. Right, as far as you're feeling that this is coming in. And then when we do our cobra or our baby or back bend, we just look forward, and then lean our hands over our hands, our shoulders over the hands, and then we push back. I will guide us through it, but that's just that's a great way to be able to warm up our back as well as our shoulders and the back of our legs, and building up some more heat. So from here, let's look at our feet again. If we look at our chair as the example, you might want to have our feet shoulder width apart, not quite as wide as the chair, but that's where we're facing, pointing the chair, building up on our hands again. Our tailbone is tilted forward, our pelvis, hands out in mountain pose or by the side. From here, inhaling, looking at the hands, exhaling as we hinge from the hips to our forward fold. You may also put your hands on the chair if that works better for you. Inhaling, coming up to halfway lift, our bookshelf. Fantastic. Exhaling as we put our hands now on the chair, and then we're going to move our left foot back first and then our right foot back, and we're going to use the chair as our push-up. So we're doing a push-up on the chair, all right, but we're not going all the way. From here, we breathe in as we stick our chest forward like we're receiving a medal, and maybe we might want to push our hips down a little bit. That's fine, but just that action of looking up is enough for your back bend. And then exhaling as we push our butt back, maybe walk your feet in a little bit, and then push your tailbone back, and our head will be between our elbows looking straight down. All right, this is lengthening the spine or downward dog. So you could bend your knees as well here, same as with downward dog. And then inhaling as we walk up a little bit till we're a bit close to the chair. Finish the move. All right, fantastic. I'm going to guide you through so I could have a look at everyone's form, if that's okay, and then see from here. So inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, hinging from the hips as we do our forward fold. Right, last thing to be released is our head. Yes. And then inhaling, hands on shins to halfway lift, straight back. Exhaling, hands onto the chair. Right. Inhale, right foot back or left foot back, whichever way. Other foot now. Fantastic. We're in our plank pose. Now inhale, bring our weight forward. Yes, you might choose to look up and maybe dip your hips. That's our back bend. And then 2, 3, and then exhaling, push back. Push your butt back. That's it. Look down. We're stretching our shoulders. We're lengthening our spine. Fantastic. And then inhaling as we take lots of little steps up. And then coming up to stand, letting go of the chair. Shoulders come back. Fantastic work. Scooping the energy up. And then exhaling down. One more time. Using this bad boy. All right, I'll do it with you because I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. All right, here we go. Inhaling. Looking up to the sky. Exhaling as we come down. Forward fold. Inhaling. Bookshelf or halfway lift. Hands on thighs, straightening the back, looking straight at the seat. Exhaling as we come down again, placing our hands on the chair and releasing our feet and then coming into a plank position, right? So we're supporting it. So from here, this was getting a little bit different. We're going to do 3 out breaths as we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to squeeze our belly. 1. Squeeze our belly in. Last one. Inhale. And then we're reaching forward to our push-up position and then back to our downward dog. Right, pushing our tailbone back, lengthening our spine. Fantastic work here. And if we notice our head's up a little bit, maybe you might want to look left and right, and you should be able to see the crook of your elbow. Okay, and then pushing that tailbone back, and then inhaling to lots of little steps up to the top. Whew, fantastic work. Alrighty, just take a quick break. We'll move these chairs out of the way now. Next week, we'll go through the one more time with the sun salutations, doing it from the standing. So whoever's doing the chair can choose to do the chair, or whoever is confident to be able to do the plank. I'll give you a quick demonstration. We won't do it today, but this is where we'll be moving towards. Okay, so from the ground, sun salutation A, inhaling, looking up to the sky, exhaling down to forward fold, inhaling, straightening the legs like a bookshelf, exhaling, our hands meet the chair front, and then we're coming to our plank. Inhale, exhale, this is the push-up, or chaturanga they call it. This is the back bend, right? The back bend can be here, here, or here, depending on how warm you are. And then we push our back, like what we're doing with the chair, tucking our toes. And this is the downward dog. So that's exactly the same as if we were on the chair, like this. And then lastly is taking lots of little steps up to then stand. Okay, so that's what we'll work towards for next week. So just then that way you've got a week to think about it, all right? Or look in the playback. Let's hook into our standing series then, everyone. Let's stand on this side of the mat. Everyone will be on this side, yes? Okay, and so your left foot's the one that's going to be moving. From here, let's go to our standing series in Tadasana. Let's look at our feet. If you feel as well, I'm going to give you different options that you can bring your feet in. My hips don't work like that. It feels really uncomfortable for me. Right, my goolies are squashed. So I like to just keep my feet apart a little bit. And for me and my hips, that's what works. So from here, hands on hips. Inhaling, we're growing a little bit more. We might even notice our elbows are facing right out. And then exhaling, double foot width apart or triple, whichever you feel comfortable with. Maybe a slight bend in the knees so we're not locking out. All right, now let's put our hands out like this. Riding the horse. Only joking. All right, okay, so from here, let's hands on hips. It's going to be your left foot that moves. From here, inhale, exhaling, we just rotate the front foot towards the short edge of the mat. So let's look here, our legs slightly still bent a little bit. From here, inhale, and then we bend. Okay, so if we look down at our feet now, we're coming into Warrior 2 stance, is the back blade of it, we're pushing our weight equally on the front and the back of the foot. All right, so see, I can notice that there's a few of leaning like this. Let's just bring it back up again. Hands on hips facing me. And then this is where you may feel your knee. Have a look at your knee. If it's coming in a little bit, maybe rotate your foot out and shorten your stance. So then you're feeling your hip opening up and your knees tracking over your foot. This is really good for the alignment for if your knees are a little bit, you've had some funky work done on your knees. This is a bit of a hold here. So let's not stay here for too long. Pushing on equally is inhaling, hands out in a T, and then exhaling, looking over. For 3 breaths, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale. One more time. This one's a little bit different. If you look at me first, is we might reach forward as we inhale. Flip your hand now so that faith palms up. Now scoop it back, scoop it back, scoop it back. Fantastic work here. This is reverse warrior. Side stretch, knees bent. Inhaling. Fantastic work. Looking good, everyone. 2, 1, inhaling, coming down, and then our rear foot is going to be coming up to meet us on the other side. Whew, right, and then facing me. So we're on this side now. Yep, you're on the left side. If you move the blocks out of the way, our right foot's going to be moving as we come into Warrior 2 in reverse for this. So let's build it up. Feet shoulder width apart, facing the front or slightly splayed. Shoulders back, hands on hips. Inhale, grow a little bit, and then exhaling, double foot width apart or triple foot width apart. Toes are facing the short edge of the mat. From here, inhale. And then that foot that moved is the one that rotates. Exhaling, rotate the foot to the short edge of the mat. Yes, fantastic work there. Amazing, Anne. Yes. Now, bend the front foot. We're pushing equally away, and you may feel that our thigh or our hip is opening up. Looking down at our foot, our knees tracking over our toes. And then lastly, is to do this, so building it up. So inhaling, and then exhaling. So now let's just imagine that we're reaching each time with each breath. So we back off the breath and then we reach to the front and the back of the room and then push against our feet even more. All right, let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, back off, and inhale. 1 more. And then this one's different now. Inhale as we reach forward. We're going to reach for the cabinet. I want that trophy. Let's turn the hand over, flip it. Now scoop it back. I've grabbed the trophy and I'm reaching it up towards the sky saying, yeah, I'm the winner. All right, looking at our hands, reverse warrior. Big side stretch here. 1 more. Inhaling as we come back to our Warrior 2 and then step the back foot up to that side of the mat. Fantastic work. All right, we'll build on that now. Okay, so from this side of the mat, we'll add extended side angle to this next one. And then make it a little bit spicy by doing some arches. All right, so from here, everyone, looking at the feet again, I'm gonna harp on about this because it's all about setting the base and our balance. All right, so looking down, hands, shoulders, inhale, hands on hips, exhaling, double foot width apart, fantastic. Inhale to set again. Foot that moved is the one that rotates as we exhale, bending the knee, pushing equally on both feet. All right, setting an amazing base, looking great, everyone. So from here, chest comes forward, and then inhaling, hands come out in a T, and then exhaling, looking over our front hand. Two breaths here, sorry. Exhaling, backing off, inhaling, and then exhaling, reaching, and then inhaling, reaching forward now, flipping our hand, reaching for the frame or whatever's in front of you, or the gap, if that's in the back there of the room, and then scooping it up, looking at our hand, pointing towards the roof. It doesn't need to go all the way back. All right, with 2 breaths here. One more. From here, everyone, this one's a little bit different. As we now reach forward, our forearm is going to rest on our thigh for this one here. Right, so we're putting a hand out like this, so that helps us, or here, whichever works best for you. Squeeze your butt a little bit, so if we're sticking it out a little bit, that's what we're pushing our hips forward. And then last bit now is the hand could come up, or you may feel like you want to keep a whole line from the back of your foot, the back blade of your foot to look. Now let's now rotate and look at your hand, or your chest towards me. Fantastic work. For 2 breaths here. And then inhaling, let's come back to reverse. Now other hand, scooping the energy up for the other side, stretching this. If you're a swimmer, this is good for your side body and your lats. For your reach, one more. And then coming now to warrior 2. Inhaling, 2, then move our foot to meet the wall. And then, all right, fantastic work, everyone. All right, let's do this from this side now. Moving your right foot, my left foot. Looking at our feet again, maybe reaching backwards and forwards, lifting the toes up. So from here, inhaling, hands on hips, fantastic. Exhaling, double foot width apart or triple, whichever works, slight bend in the knees. Inhale again to set. Exhaling, rotate the foot towards the short edge of the mat, bending the knee. And then pushing on each foot. Fantastic work. We're all standing up straight. Now we then might want to turn, rotate our chest. Can you feel that open up on the hip? All right, fantastic. Inhaling. And then exhaling. For 2 breaths. Reach to each side of the room and push against your feet each time. One more. Grounding. Inhaling as we're reaching forward for a trophy. Flip your grip and then come back and scoop it up into reverse. Looking up to the sky. Maybe with that bottom hand, you might rest that on your leg and try and reach down as well at the same time. Let's do 2 more breaths so we can give that a shot. One more time. So it's always this sense of pushing and pulling. So from here, we're going to inhale as our forearm now comes down to our thigh, and then we lift our hand up to the sky or maybe overhead. And then the last thing to do is just rotate our chest and then look up to our arm. Fantastic. 2 breaths here. One more. Now we're coming into reverse again now. So scooping that hand. One more time. Fantastic work. Reaching up for the sky. And then coming to warrior 2. Now T-plane hands. Reaching forwards and back, and then exhaling as we reach our foot in. Fantastic. Alrighty, everyone, that's going to complete our session on the standing. So I'm going to get you now to find your way to the ground. Alright, so find your way to the ground, or a chair if that's more comfortable for you. Alright, so make sure you have your block handy. And Make sure you've got your block handy and your strap handy. So we'll unfurl the straps so then that way it helps. Did you need a strap? One each, 2 more. Sorry. 3 more? 3 more, 1, 2, 3, yes. Okay. So whatever works best for you, if it's got a loop in it already. You need 1 more? Oh, sorry. 2 more. Oh, my bad.
We're short of one.
Yeah. Oh no, you can have. I'll use this one. I'll make a makeshift. There's 1. Do we need any more?
Yep, there you go.
There you
I
go.
need one over here.
1 over there. We need 1 there. Have we all got 1? Beautiful. Yeah. So on the back's okay, and then we've got the block. So let's start off with now. But we're gonna. Before that, we use these. All right. So from here. I'm going to demonstrate, whack that there to the side a little bit there so it's not doing the hello boys to the viewers at home. Okay, so from here, so from here, Did you watch that with Roy and HG? They commentated on the Olympics a while ago, and when they were commentating on the gymnastics, that was one of their moves that they called it the hello boys. All right, so from here, let's have a look now with we're gonna set up again, if we wriggle our hips a little bit, you'll feel our tailbone, right? Our sit bones on the ground. So that's what we want to have the contact with. And if it's okay with you, is putting your feet flat, shoulder width apart, right? If that works, is that okay? Right, and that's all right if they don't. But what we're going to be doing now is just leaning back a little bit. So if they're up like this is fine. But we're going to be doing a variation of what we call boat pose now and working on our core strength. All right, so elbows are back a little bit. Fantastic work there, everyone. Your hands are facing forward or splayed 45 degrees, and we're slightly leaning back on that tailbone so we're not feeling the middle bit. So from here, this is kind of like Pilates as well, right? Is the core strength, is inhaling, lifting our left foot. That's it, as high as it, there, that's it, and then down. You might feel the front of your quads, right, the front of the top leg, feeling it. Right foot's the one that's going to lift now, inhaling. 2, 3, down. Maybe pull your toes back towards you to feel a little bit more. Oh no, when they're lifted, inhaling. Down. Let's connect the breath in. Inhale through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhale, left foot. Now let's go the right foot too. Maybe you might want to lean back a little bit and exhaling both feet down. All right, fantastic work here. This is the right foot that's going to come up now. Right foot, left foot, and 2, 3, down. All right, if double isn't in your practice today, or if that's not something for you, just do left and then right, changing it. Okay, so that's also the option. All right, so from here, or you can choose not to, and just keep in this position because this is actually quite testing after a while. So let's just do this one more time each side. Inhaling, left foot, right foot, 3, 2, 1, down. All right, maybe shake your legs a little bit. All right, inhaling right foot, inhaling left foot, 3, 2, 1, down. All right, you might want to try one more time with the left. Let's try boat pose. All right, so from here, we'll do this again. Inhaling left foot, inhaling right foot. Maybe you might choose to lift your hands a little bit. All right, or you might choose to put your hands there and down. Fantastic work, everyone. Let's just put our legs on the ground, give them a little bit of a shake. All right, fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do from here, actually we'll do this on our back. So we're going to make sure that your block is handy. Right, from here, we're going to find our way to our back. Find our way to the back, onto our backs, everyone. All right, it's nearly sleepy time. Okay, so from here, I want you to, with the block on the flat bit. So the blocks are going to be flat like this. Right, we're going to be placing it on the small on our back here. So not on the back where it's bending. our tailbone and our hip bellies are going to be, the back of our hips are going to be resting on the block. That's stage one. So from here, you could have your feet up like this. Let's bring our feet forward, and then we can push our hips up and then place the block gently on our tailbone. So our tailbone is sitting on the block. Is that okay? Yes? Okay, from here, we're going to feel our shoulders, right? So our feet, we can feel our feet flat on the floor. Our knees are shoulder width apart. And I want your palms to be flat on the ground. We're going to feel like we're gripping the ground, gripping the mat. Maybe then I want you to take your attention to your shoulders and give them a bit of a wiggle. So you feel that the shoulder blades come apart a little bit and you can feel the ground right underneath there. Right, bend your knees, man. That's it, bend both knees. That's it. There we go. Our first thing we're going to be lifting is our left foot. So inhaling, left foot up, and then pulling our toes back. Right, that's one single-sided leg up the wall, and then foot down, exhaling. Right, I just want you to feel where that weight is on your lower back, on your where the block is. So inhaling, foot up, flex your foot or pull your toes back towards you. Right, and then down. We're going to come up for 2 now for both legs. So left foot's going to come up first. Inhaling. Maybe you might want to lift your right foot too. Right, or maybe you keep both legs bent. Yes, fantastic. However we are, we're going to take 3 breaths here. 1. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. 2. You can have them at 90 degrees. That's perfectly fine. 3, and then down. All right, we're going to lift the other leg up next. Right. Okay, so right leg's the one that raises. Inhaling. Right leg up. Exhaling and inhaling, left leg up. Fantastic. Legs up the wall. In our version, that's working. Right, in 3, 2, 1. And then down. Fantastic work. So now let's lift the block up our hips and then remove the block from underneath. And then feel, maybe we might notice that difference now as our back makes contact with the whole ground. Fantastic. So from here, we're going to be doing what we call bridge. So it's a slight lift in the tailbone. So there's a couple of different ways we can do this. Is when we breathe in, we can rotate our pelvis and maybe just push up a little bit and push on our heels and lift our tailbone slightly like we were going to insert the block. Or we can then push our hips straight forward and then squeeze our butt to come up to a bridge pose like this. So this, if you you can't see, sorry, okay. No worries, I'll come over there. All right. So from here, we can do it 2 ways. We can do it, yes, we're flat like this, amazing. So 2 ways is one, just to tilt our pelvis like this, so we're pulling our belly towards our tailbone, or then we squeeze our butt and then push our hips forward to come down like this, using our hands as support, okay? But if you've got a bit of a dicky back, yes, that's it, fantastic. And maybe we might want to just tilt put your hands on your hips, and then just pull your belly in. That's it. Fantastic. So just feel that rock of your pelvis. That's it. 3, 2, 1, and then down, letting your vertebrae come down one at a time. All right, so from here, when we do push up, I want you to see if you could notice what your vertebrae stretching up, and then as it comes down is letting it down one at a time as opposed to just coming down in one big heap. So from here again, inhale to set. And then exhaling, push up, lift the pelvis up or tilt your pelvis forward. 3, 2, 1, lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. So it's kind of like the opposite of what we do when we are doing our halfway lifting, going up to our mountain pose. Fantastic work there, everyone. Let's do this one more time. Inhale to set and exhaling, push. All right, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Amazing work. All right, so from here, we'll be grabbing the strap, and I want you to place it over your right foot. keeping the other foot bent for now, you can do two options. One is keeping the foot bent that doesn't have the strap in it, or we can straighten that leg. So we'll all meet, yes, fantastic work everyone, with the right leg raised and your foot, the lower foot bent, or you can straighten that out and maybe feel that stretch in your front leg. Maybe pull your toes back, right? And then we're trying to feel for our shoulders on the ground. So we adjust the strap, so then our shoulders are both on the ground. And then what we're doing now is rotating our hip outwards. So inhale to set, and then we're externally rotating our foot, right? Keeping our shoulders on the ground. Maybe we move our hand to provide some more support, right? 3, 2, 1, inhaling. Switching hands now, and then bringing that over the other side, using the other hand to support. This is where we're stretching our IT band, or also doing a different version of the stretch that we did with the banana pose at the start. Right, this is where you might feel some sciatica. So 3, 2, 1, inhaling. Maybe you might do a switch of the foot mid-air, or you can bring your foot down, whatever works best for you. And then we can meet with our foot there. Are you okay?
I just got dizzy, that's all.
Oh, okay, no worries. Okay, so with that one there, if you feel more comfortable sitting up, or if you feel comfortable lying down, you're in a safe space. So maybe you just might want to just sit and take a few breaths until, yeah, or even laying down if that feels better for you. Okay, so from here, inhaling. Exhaling as we rotate our foot out. Fantastic work. We're going to take 2 breaths here. 1, 2, as we inhale, bringing our leg back up, switching hands, and then bringing our leg over to the other side. Maybe you still might want to pull your toes towards your face, right? And we're feeling the side body and side leg stretch. 3, 2, 1, inhaling, coming up to the top, and then leg down. Fantastic work. All right, to counter that a little bit, so we don't need the block anymore, right? So, we don't need the strap. So from here, maybe I want you to bring the bottom of your feet together, the bottoms of your feet together, right? And then our knees are going to come outside, right? It's a reclined bound angle, or butterfly pose, lying down. So we'll all meet here. All right. This is just a good restorative pose there to be able to reverse what we've just done. Just for a couple of breaths. So what we get our hands now and place them on our thighs, and then we use them to close up our legs, right? And then we'll meet with our feet bent and our feet flat on the floor. Last couple of ones, breathing in before we get into a meditation bit. Part of our flow is bringing our right now, as we breathe in, bring our right knee into our chest, or holding in, or holding underneath the thigh if your knee, yes, that's it. And then now what I want you to do while your leg's up is maybe just rotate, do small rotations in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction, a couple of those. Don't forget to breathe. And now we're going to change directions. Right, this is a great way to be able to massage your belly as well. Right, this helps detoxify our guts. Right, helps you release a fart if you've got one built up. Right, so from here. Alright, okay. We all know that Ray had beans this morning, so we'll just wait on that one, Ray. Sorry, I'm not. Okay, now foot down. Let's change the feet to our left foot coming up. Right. And then rotating our hip. Now, to get more out of it, if you want, you can straighten the leg that's bent on the floor, and you can straighten that out, and you may also feel that stretch in our hip flexor. A lot of the time, when we're sitting, that hip flexor gets shortened, and we find it hard to be able to stretch. So this is a nice way to be able to do it gently. All right, fantastic work. So from here, now pull both knees in, right, as much as you can, or we could lift and support our leg on the bottom, right? However it is, both legs, if you can, or one, that's okay, that's fine. And we're just gonna do a lower sacrum massage as well for our lower back, right? Especially if you've been working in the garden like I was, de-weeding on the weekend the whole day. Kids didn't even ask to help, that's right. Yeah. Switch directions. All right. Okay, so let's place our legs down. One last one. Now this might work for you, however it works is just taking our knees to each side, doing what we call the windshield wiper or supine twist. You can just then slowly, in your own motion, connecting the breath, sway your legs from side to side. All right. As we cool down. Now I'm going to give you two options. You can choose to then now be in final resting pose for this last part, where we stay on the ground, and then you can come up, or you could come up to seated position, whatever's more comfortable for you. And we could have, you can choose whichever one. So Shavasana, or final resting pose on the ground. You could close down your eyes. I'm going to ask you to close down your eyes. Are you okay?
Yeah, just feeling a bit lightheaded.
Okay. All right, I'll come and chat with you. Okay. If you can sit down, or if you feel more comfortable sitting up, we could close down our eyes, however that works for you. All right, so if you're closing down your eyes, or you could take a soft gaze, which means to not focus on anything. But if you're closing down your eyes, I want you to focus your internal gaze towards the tip of your nose. All right, just loosen your shoulders now, let go of your belly. Loosen your jaw. And our guided meditation today is called Cultivating Joyful Effort. Also sitting down on the chairs, absolutely fine. So sit comfortably or lie down in a quiet place where you can be free from the distractions. Let your spine be neutral and tall if you're sitting up or feeling it on the ground. Rest your hands on your lap or on the ground in a way that promotes a release of your shoulders and an expansion of your chest. Breathe slowly and steadily in and out through your nose. This is where you'll find a quiet, patient and easy, comfortable breath, whatever works for you. If you find yourself drifting away, that's okay because you're being mindful of that. Just come back to your breath or focus on my voice. It's all cool. So we invite the joy of your practice by silently contemplating your why. Joyful effort arises when we understand our purpose. Why meditate? Ray, we know about that. Yes, relax. That's right. That's exactly right. He's relaxed.
How old are we? 6?
Yes, I know, right. It's funny, whatever age. Oh. So by understanding our intention and why you are prioritizing your practice, the effort in practicing becomes imbued with joy and ease. Recall why you're here, right now, doing yoga and meditating in this final part of the day. Allow a deep satisfaction to arise as you apply effort in this moment joyfully. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And then with your why in mind, cultivate joyful effort by shifting your awareness to the benefits you've already received today. If it feels more comfortable to lie down, you can do so. It's absolutely cool. Recall how good you feel on the days that you practice. and what it feels like to finish the day mindfully, or start it in that matter. And the pride that you feel in remaining still and present as the session ends. With the inhale breath, allow yourself to sink deeper as you exhale and rest in the joy of the benefits of this mindfulness practice. Count the ways in which your life has improved, with mindfulness as your refuge. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And then cultivate joyful effort by placing your attention on the positive sensations that you're aware of right now. Calm, quiet, ease, spaciousness, patience, and awareness. Notice all the ways in which we're being here right now brings you joy. Feel these positive sensations in the body and the breath. And recognize that these positive qualities do not appear accidentally. They are the direct result of your effort. Stoked in the effort that you're applying to your meditation right here and now. Stoked in the effort and rest in the awareness of the joyful benefits that you're receiving. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Understand that while joy is a result of your practice, it arises when we joyfully practice. It's only revealed through consistently applying this effort. Joy is both the cause and the result. You are the joy and you are the awareness. Rest in this sensation, the joy you apply to your efforts here and the joy that you reveal through the same efforts. So with me now, let's take a couple of resting, quiet breaths in and out. Inhaling to close the session, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And then from here, if you're lying down, you can make your way up to sitting in your own time. As we close off this last bit of the session, you could roll on the side and take a few last breaths there as well before coming up. So with me, we'll do one last cleansing breath, inhaling, letting go, closing the eyes down for this last bit, bringing our hands together for prayer, in a prayer sort of pose, bringing our thumbs between our eyes, dipping our chin slightly, to clarify thought, bringing our thumbs to our lips, to clarify our speech. It's so important about what we say to ourselves internally, as well as what we project through our vocal sayings. And then bringing our hands to our heart center or in between our chest, to clarify our intent. Thank you for taking this time, for allowing me to guide you through this practice, and for allowing yourselves the time to be able to reap the benefits of a yoga practice. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.